Okay, guys, let me change the date here and mention here the statistics. So this is the session we are having for Q&A today, and we are going to have discussion about the security things that we discussed, and it's going to be related for that. So let me also mention here on the screen and write it down, the agenda that we are going to have of the session. And something like that. So now, anyone is having any question about this security topic, just type in the chat box whatever we have seen in the past and past week or this week only, in fact, and proceed ahead. Okay, so let me now read some questions. Question number one. So, uh, is it possible that the limitations that we have or restrictions that we set on a user by using OWD and profile can be also overridden by permission set? Yes. If suppose there is a restriction for a user Tom in OWD and there is a restriction for user Tom in profile, but still we can actually give that benefit by permission set. That is what we have seen in the previous session. So yes, it is possible. There is one more question that you said that permission set will not be able to restrict that. It means we cannot use for the process of removing the excess. Correct. That is what I meant. You cannot remove any facility which is already present to that user by any way, maybe profile, maybe OWD, doesn't matter. And that facility already present and you are going to remove by permission set, that never happens. Never possible. Permission set is always for single object. No. The way we have done the work yesterday, that work you can do for 50 objects also, and then assign that permission set to Tom. And next, while working in the assignment, you're getting only classic UI. Just change the browser and see, because there is no reason there should be no lightning, because we don't enable lightning. It's automatically done. We have to do nothing for this. So even let's say for example you're assuming that it's a kind of problem, but actually there's not a problem. There is nothing to be done from our side. Automatically lightning comes. So just see why it's not coming by changing the browser, because there is no reason lightning should not come. It's automatically for every environment. And next is there is a question that in activation IP address entry got deleted by someone or by mistake. Any other way to see those entries? No, those will be gone. It will not show you that you remove this IP addresses. Then you can use some information available or present in the um, audit trail and get some kind of idea related to that. And there is a question, the maximum number of users can be added in permission at 100, 100, 1000, 2000, no problem. How much you want to add it. And let me see any other question is there. There is a question about the under user menu, you can see some chatter options. You can neglect that. That is something coming by default. That is Salesforce giving by default. Just neglect chatter, integration, whatever is coming, leave it. The way on the day one after demo session, or in the demo session, you saw that there are many by default profiles. There are many by default applications. There are many by default objects in Salesforce. Similarly, there are many by default users in Salesforce also. Just neglect those. Not important. Okay, so next we will get the permission detail on at the time of requirement document. Of course, For that purpose, we spend so many months or so many weeks at the beginning of the project, and you will have a detailed discussion with your customer, all the permissions, who will have what permission, what benefit, what facility, everything you will discuss with customer. Otherwise, you will not start the project. So yes, this all information we need. Okay. Anything else? Let me see other question. So can I log into two users at the same time in different tabs? Yes, that is possible. Anything else? And let me see. Okay, so now there is one more question that in Salesforce, this is the permission set profile. This is a kind of responsibility of admin or developer. Both. We cannot actually say that this is something related to the of admin and developer. Your manager can expect you to work whether you're admin or developer for this process. So please note that that is the reason here. You need to understand that whenever these topics, whatever topics you are learning, you work as an admin, you work as a developer, your management will expect this to you, work on all these things. So be ready for both because there is uh, a trend in the market to expect that from a one person, multiple things to be done in the project. So your manager will expect all these things from you. And now let me see next question. There is a question, is it possible to make field editable or read only based on profile? There are some steps we can do based on profile or related with profile. Yes, some things are possible that you will come to know in one or two sessions. Just wait and you will automatically come to know. Permission set license and profile licenses, which one is successor? Please note, both are important, both are different, both are having no connection with each other, both are separate. So both are having no connection with each other. We want to add a permission in profile, we want to add a person in a profile, compare the license. We want to add in a permission set also, then also compare the license, select none, don't compare the license. So this is the answer. We cannot go to other user without logout. No, we can go the way I have done in the session. Watch the video and see what we have done. And there is a statement when we log on another user in different tab. Okay, that question. Let me see. Yes, that is fine. We can log in by two user. We can update the record by two user. That is totally fine. Yes, that we can do. At a time also we can work. Not a problem. Can we check on user level directly which permission sets are assigned? Yes, that is also possible. Let me show you by going to Salesforce environment. That is totally possible. So for which user, what kind of permission sets are given, that we can definitely see. So let me do one thing. Let me, for example, go to Salesforce environment, go to setup and go to the list of users. So go to the list of users and users. And let's take an example of, let's say, for example, Tom. So click on Tom and scroll down, and you can see here that just below Tom, it will be giving you list. Just below Tom, it will be giving list of permission set assignment, where you can see all the permission sets provided to this guy Tom. Okay, this is possible. By this way, it's possible. Okay, let me see the next question. Can we update two records simultaneously, one with system admin, one with other person? Yes, totally fine, no problem. There is a question that OWD in private and profile critical to yes, you all modify all no, allow Tom to edit record of Shekhar, and that's by OWD, and then will delete record as well OWD in case of. Please note that if you have you have the modify all access, it doesn't matter what kind of objects are those or what kind of connections are there. You can delete simple. You can delete the record of other users when you have modify all. Mute the mic. Anyone is having the mic open? Shivram, can you mute your mic and don't disturb other people? And there is a question about the application. So please note that whenever you have any application in Classic, it will not be automatically in Lightning. We have to create that. And you got one welcome email from my side. In that welcome email, I already sent one video. In that video, I shown how you can create a Lightning application. Just search in your inbox with the subject welcome email. It's already told in the past. And license selected in permission set override profile license. Please note profile as I already said, I already given answer to you to the same person. No connection of profile license with permission set license. Both are separate, so don't mix them. There is no reason of mixing them. So simple answer for you, no connection between them. So no connection of overriding which is important, what is not important. Both are separate. So login IP check different than system IP. So please note the IP address which you will be or which will be impacting while you're doing work in your project is simple as I said. Just search in Google and check your IP address. What your system is getting identified as by this internet world, that IP address you use. Forget about other IPs, internal IPs or IP config as I said in the class already. Just Google and see what is the IP the entire world is considering for your system. That's all. Use that one. CEO role. So yeah, CEO is a role and user age profile is not particular department. So CEO is a role, but CEO can be part of any particular department. Maybe he can part of a kind of managerial higher level department. It depends company to company. But CEO will also have some kind of profiles, especially the powerful profiles like system admins, etc. Again, it depends on company to company, but generally we have seen that CEOs are kept in a system admin profile. There is a question about deciding how many objects, how many fields. As I said already before some time, we spend many months or many weeks at the beginning of the project where we discuss all these things with client, with BA, and prepare a document, how many objects, how many profile, how many permission set, how many user, how many fields, and then we start the project. So this is decided by the entire team. There is a question about assigning bulk user at one for the defined permission set. Yes, that's possible, and that's already shown in the previous session. It's possible. Just watch the video. You will come to know we can do that. There is a question about in the real-time day-to-day activity. This is having no connection to this topic. Look at the screen carefully. It's a question and answer session for security topics, so stick with the agenda. Now, what we will do in day-to-day basis and all these things, that kind of question is coming when we complete the entire course. So please keep your question for the future session when we will complete the course. What is day-to-day activity? And stick with the today's agenda. But keep this aside for the end of the syllabus because that we are going to discuss later. And let me see. Can we have different set of IPs for sandbox and production environment? The system will be same which you are using, whether you use sandbox or you use production. Your laptop will be same. So how the IPs can be different? And let me see next question. When the user leaves the organization, what changes are to be done in the profile or user management? We don't do any changes because by doing any kind of changes, we are disturbing the existing dependency. We simply deactivate the user and nothing else. We don't do any other changes. Just deactivate, get the license free, use it for other users, and done. All the security settings that we do are captured in audit trail. Yes, whatever settings we do in Salesforce environment, those are definitely captured in audit trail. Okay, so all the questions answered. Anything else? Any other questions? And profile permission shall it be possible to load from the tools like Wizard? Yeah, that is possible, but generally we don't do that. We have to configure many things, and that's not possible by tools because that's a very complicated process. So we don't use any tool in most of the projects. We create one by one all the profiles because it's one-time activity, and that's the reason we go for manual way, the way we have seen in the class. And any history of hacking happen in Salesforce? Yeah, way ago, before 10, 12 years, somewhere such incident used to happen, but not in the recent past. In fact, from last 8, 9 years, I did not see anything like that because they are following some very high secure and industry level standard measures for ensuring our data is safe. And that's the reason why companies relax on Salesforce platform, even though their data is on the cloud. So when we deactivate the one user, he resigns and coming back. Yeah, if he's coming back, let's say by any reason, most of the time we just deactivate that user. It's already present, and we start using the same user for that guy. Yeah. Same like freeze. Just click, activate, click, deactivate. That's all. It's simple like that only. Yes. Okay, so all the questions answered. Again, anything else? Any other question? Any other queries? Anyone is anyone else having any remaining question? Okay. Please note we will be planning this session almost all the weekends. So in the week time, whatever questions you have, you can just keep it like that somewhere aside and ask because sometimes students are comfortable when the questions are answered in the verbal way then email. So in this case some students don't mail me, don't WhatsApp me, they just keep the questions ready on the weekend, they ask me at that time. It depends, so you can go for your flexibility, whatever is how you are comfortable, you can go in that format. And next, now, fine, so all the questions are answered. Anyone is getting any kind of issues in any assignment, try 5, 6 times, 7 times by your own. Because if you watch the video of the class properly, it's almost impossible that you will be finding any difficulties. And that is how our students complete the assignments properly. So if you are finding a difficulty, first of all, try by your own multiple times because the target of this course is to become self-dependent, not dependent on trainer. So first of all, try by your own, then you ask me if you're having any question. Okay. So please note this point. And Fine. And please note, once our admin syllabus will be over, at that time you will be getting the information about certification. So wait for that time. At that time, we'll discuss about certificate. We have particular step for everything in the training program. So at that time, we will discuss. Okay. Right now, you can focus on learning. So let's meet now on Monday to see the workshop, as I said. So be ready for that workshop. It's like a kind of a mock interview for you. So work on that as well. Okay. And let's see on Monday. And I will be also sending the document, one document very soon to you guys, and work on that. I will send you very soon. Okay. See ya.